Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to episode number 110 of The Road to Glory. Now, hopefully you won't hear the thunderstorm going on outside there. I'm pretty sure I've got enough sound insulation and stuff in here for you to not hear that. But it is absolutely tipping it down. Now, we start off today with our bonus week 3 team of the season SBC. Now, it was again super simple. I had to buy like 1 or 2 players, but it's already expired. You guys know that. Hopefully you're doing it week in, week out, so that you can hopefully get yourselves an untradeable TOTS player at the end of all of it. Now, I go ahead and get nothing from the reward pack, but it isn't about this pack. It is literally about the future. Try and get every single one of them done. Now I'm actually going to be out of the country for like 3 weeks when TOTS is out, so I'm going to need to go on my phone and do the SBCs from there. And that's just a heads up in case there aren't that many Road to Glory episodes up in the next few weeks. I'm not stopping it or anything, but it is just because I'm out of the country and stuff, and everything will be back to normal from like July. But you should have still a decent amount of content coming out and all that good stuff. So I get my FUT Champions weekend league rewards. Now, I played a few games last weekend, and also the monthlies came out as well. Didn't play a whole bunch last month, I don't think. So I only got bronze 2 overall. So instead of 3 red bronzes like we got last month, we only get 2. We get an Italian cam from the Serie B or Calcio B, who looks bang average, let's face it, he's a bronze. But we do get another half decent looking player, a bronze obviously, but it's a Lazio goalkeeper, so a Serie A player, and I think maybe that could work out quite well for us. And we get a blue in our only reward pack. It is a Turkish league centre midfielder. When I looked, he literally sells for the discard price, so it's someone that I know that I can just discard for 20k if I need it, or 21k, whatever it is. But I don't think I'll use him. He looks super slow, and it'll be difficult to link him up to stuff. But we do get 20,000 coins out of, well, 20,000 plus all of those players, plus 7,500 coins for getting 5 wins in the weekend league. So I'm pretty happy about that. I literally got 18 wins on my main account and got Granit Xhaka, like... Oh, that's not good. I didn't get a TOTS or anything, so it was totally not worth it. But marquee matchups came out, of course, and they might just about be expired by now. You might have today to complete them. I'm not too sure. But I had some of the players in my club for the 2 cheaper ones. I think it literally cost me about 15,000 coins to do everything, which is great, using some of the players in my club. I think if you didn't already have everything or anything, it would cost like 27,000, 28,000, probably 30,000 if you weren't super careful with it and stuff, which is not the most for a marquee matchups. A lot of the time they have been costing up to 60,000. So we complete the marquee matchups and we get like 5 packs, 2 of which are pretty garbage, one being this, which is a literally just a gold pack, nothing good in there, not even a flare. The other one being a rare consumables pack, which actually isn't garbage. That's just me. You don't get a player, which kind of sucks. It just drops in. But actually we get like 5 squad fitnesses or something, or 4 squad fitnesses, and all healings card, cam to centre mid, some decent stuff. We then go ahead and pack another blue. Now, it isn't a walkout, and once again, it's a Turkish player from that Turkish league, and it's Tosun, 87 rated, with 86 dribbling, 91 shooting, and 89 physical. He actually looks to be quite a beastly player. Now, I had in mind for both of these TOTS, because they're both literally discard, that I would need to discard both of them just to get the coins out of the way, and I'll try and sell all of this stuff as well. We've got 2 more packs, don't forget. Can we get another TOTS? No. You've seen the title. It says I got 2 TOTS or something like that, so you know that I'm not actually going to get a 3rd one. But we do get some players that will sell on and we can get rid of for some coinage. So it's all worth it doing these marquee matchups, especially if you see a blue, even if it is a discard one like the one I've got, both of the ones that I've got. It literally profits you from doing the whole SBC, which is great news. And because I do this, or because Marquee Matchups comes out on like the Thursday, and there's 2 TOTS out at that point, or 2 or 3 TOTS out normally at that point, there's so many options of TOTS players that you could get that the chances are increased for you actually getting something. So I went out onto the market and I've gone and bought Dendonka, who looks to be a complete and utter madness on this game. He was nearly 70,000 coins, and he's nearly a member of Club 80, and some of his stats are even in the 90s. So he looks to be a complete and utter beast. and I didn't have many coins left. So I had to discard one of the TOTS. I left the better one, Tosan, for now. Hopefully he can stay in the club for a little while, because I wouldn't mind bringing him on at some point. But then, as you can see, I sold some stuff. I discarded that player. We're up to nearly 24k. I literally had to go in my club quickly and discard a random silver player to get like 100 coins out of him, so that I could just tip over that 24,000 coins, so that I could go out and buy Mboji for 24k bin. With an anchor chemistry style, that is about as cheap as you're going to get him, so that was really good. We're not left with really any coins, and the idea was that I wanted to get this Najjar, but he's literally extinct. I've got him on my main account. I thought maybe I'll list him up on my main account, try and get him on here, but then I thought, does that look like trying to transfer coins? I don't know. I decided not to in the end, and we didn't have the coins in the end anyway. So I've got the non-rare version of this, of a Anderlecht player. It doesn't matter. I'm going to bring him off straight away. I just needed him for chem at the start of the game. We're going to bring on Marcos Alonso, and we're going to switch the team up to this. So Sigurdsson will be playing cam as normal, but we got Mboji at centre-back, and we got Dendonka in the midfield. And I haven't even had to sell Lallana. I've still got the full Prem team. Originally, when I was thinking of, you guys know that I was thinking of bringing in some like Eredivisie players. Well, it wasn't quite going to work out for us. And I think Mboji being 6'4", crazy pace, defending and physical, and then Dendonka with his mad stats, I think that was about the better, or the best option that we could have possibly gone for at the best price as well. So we go on into our first game of the weekend league. Now, like I said, I'm going to be away quite a lot in the month of June. So I've had to play this game an awful lot lately. Like, literally trying to make about 3 videos a day. And all of my videos are basically gameplay. So I've had to play, like, a lot of games of FIFA every single day. And it's starting to take its toll. We'll see how I fare in this weekend league on my main account. Obviously, you know, we only have time to play a few games in it, and I always aim to try and get those 5 wins overall, because you get a 25k pack, you get 7,500 coins. It's decent rewards for what is a lot of the time very minimal effort. I get the ball here with Mane, and I decide to just run it at that defender. He was blocking me, but I managed to Magidi spin him. The ball drops to Son, who plays it off to Kante. Weak foot, sticks that in the back of the net and runs off celebrating. So not the conventional goal that I had in my head that I was going to score with Mane, because the defender was just good enough to block me out. But we played it around it, got it through a couple of players, and we were able to stick that one into the back of the net. So, Heung-min Son pushes past Chris Smalling, and it is an unlikely scenario where Smalling doesn't outmuscle me there. That's how good this Son is, but we play it literally straight into the feet of Sigurdsson, and Gylfi's not going to miss from that distance, really, is he? I know he's a specialist from outside the box, but yeah, he's not going to miss a tap in for any money at all. So we run off celebrating 2-0 up, and I was thinking maybe my opponent will just quit now. He decided that he would play on, and Sigurdsson runs forward here, plays it to Dele Alli. Mane manages to nearly scoop that defender. It doesn't quite work out for him, but then look at the dodginess, the bounces, the lucky bounces and stuff kept falling to me, and we do go 3-0 up on that stroke of half time. And I think sometimes 2-0 is enough to make someone quit, or even 1-0 sometimes, but 3-0 before half-time was definitely enough for this guy. He decides that he's going to get out of here, and we can end our first game of the weekend league with a win. So that's always positive. I tend to completely get tilted and stressed out if I lose that first game. So we can add a few coins back into the club again. Don't forget, we are now super poor because we haven't had to sell anyone, and we have brought in Dendonka and TOTS and Mboji. If I can maybe get a Najjar, like, I don't know how, like, maybe they need to up his price range, or if I can snipe one when one randomly comes up on the market, that would be a good idea. I would like to try and get him and actually use him as well. That might be quite fun. Not have to make one of my 3 substitutions right at the start of the game and waste one of them. Because then later on in the game, if you're winning, you sort of want to bring on like the more defensive players. So I want to bring on Chris Smalling, maybe a midfielder as well. It leaves me with no chance to use my Pulisic and stuff like that. Speaking of him, we come up against him in this in the second game of the weekend league. The rest of this guy's team was not stacked in the slightest. I score a banger with Mane to go 1-0 up, but I'm not gonna lie, I think a team like this scares me more than when I see like a stacked team, just because if I saw that he's got Pulisic, so he's obviously good enough to win that daily knockout tournament. Some of you guys out there think it's super easy. Some of you think that it's ridiculously hard. So myself, personally, on my main account with a stacked team, it's normally all right. But on this account, I've always found it quite hard, and I've had to grind away to get that TOTS player. Now, Pulisic manages to score on me twice, literally from 2 shots. I couldn't defend against him, and well, he just wiggles in and out with loads of pace and great dribbling and sticks that ball in the back of the net. Son picks it up here, plays it to Dele Alli. Mane to Sigurdsson, who weaves around the defender and then unleashes that thunderbolt into the back of the net. Speaking of thunder, it's literally thunder and lightning outside. I've already said that, but I can just hear it, and I'm wondering if you guys can as well. But that's a lovely little pass from Mane there, and a great touch and bang from Sigurdsson. That's literally his bread and butter. I can rely on him to do that all day long. But look at my shoddy defending here, and I don't know how on the turn, he wasn't well positioned. Pulisic manages to stick that in the back of the net and put this guy 3-2 up at half time. I don't know. It's embarrassing to when you're up against a team like this to know that you're struggling. Even when Mane scores a banger there to get an equaliser, I was definitely struggling against this guy. And actually, I sometimes check out like my recent players on Xbox, and like a few games after I played this one, I checked this guy out. He was in a game and it was 4-4 in the game that he was playing. So it wasn't just me that was conceding goals to this guy. He was scoring them against other teams as well. Granted, he was conceding them, but when I defend like that, like, I don't know. It's like I've literally forgotten what I'm doing on this game. I never was good at defending, but I've normally been relatively competent, and for some reason I could not defend against Pulisic today. It's like my players won't switch when I want them to, and then by the time they do, I'm so out of position and stuff that it's just a guaranteed goal. So I've got some work to do in the background to try and actually get better at defending, but I don't know, man. It's taking its toll on me as well. I'm getting very, very stressed playing this game every now and again. So I make a tackle there. It falls to Moreno. I sloppily don't make another tackle, and he plays it in. And you can see in that top left corner, he's 5-4 up in the 89th minute or something. And we've not got long to get back in this one if we're going to. I missed the opportunity with Son, and eventually the ref just calls final whistle. That's not good. We end up with 1 win and 1 loss in today's episode, and that team that I was up against there, I really should have beaten. With the quality of the players that I've got, it was really my defending that's letting me down, and that's a massive problem in my game right now. I know a lot of you keep commenting in that section down below that how bad I am at defending. I don't know how to get better, but I'm trying, so bear with me. I'll do my best in future. It's just difficult. I switch player and it doesn't go to the right man. I'm just bad. I know that. But anyway, guys, that has been our episode today. Quite fun and like jam-packed at the start of the episode with SBCs. Lots of special cards coming out of our packs. Red bronze items, as well as a couple of blues, which is Is it the first time we packed blues on the Road to Glory account? I think it just might well be, which is very exciting stuff. Smash a thumbs up if you have enjoyed. I've got the rest of my weekend league action coming for you guys tomorrow or the next day. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.